on you, big
ladies
dog.
and gentlemen, if you just knew what happened off air, you'd be surprised. No, you wouldn't. You tuned into this show for a reason, because you wouldn't be surprised. Welcome to Loud Opinion. Jesus. Welcome to the Empty Slate episode, what we think is 18, because last time we said, oh, yeah, we're on 16. But we were actually on 17. This is 18, right?
Yeah, this is 18. What the
and
is calling me?
And we're interrupted by a phone call.
No, an iPad call.
Very professional.
Okay. Anyway, you want to redo this?
No, it wouldn't be us if we redid it.
I know that's right.
But you know the voice that's with me, as always, Mr. Barnett. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm never better.
You're eating cottage cheese with your eggs, you told me.
Dude, it's life changer. It really is. It's really, really good. Adds really good protein, helps your body recover after a really good hard workout. Yeah. And it's creamy. It makes your eggs really creamy.
I'm glad we're uploading these to YouTube so people can see my face. Because creamy eggs.
Yes.
Nobody wants creamy eggs.
Why not? Nice and creamy and fluffy scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Fluffy.
Well, they're like velvety. They're very velvety. You don't like soft scrambled eggs?
I've never in my life heard someone say, I want creamy eggs.
You don't like soft scrambled eggs?
Yes, but I've never heard somebody describe eggs to be creamy.
I didn't say it's creamy. It's like a creamy.
You said creamy eggs.
Okay, maybe it is creamy, but it's like it's a texture thing. It's soft and it's.
You got a carton of egg whites in your refrigerator next to your Massengale douche?
Maybe.
Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all know what's going on, but I know it sounds sometimes. What is wrong with my microphone here?
I don't know.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Is your gain turned up this time?
Yes, it is. I need to mute my TV though.
Yeah, we're gonna get copywritten.
Luckily they couldn't really hear that well. I will say this. I'd give Chris a lot of hell about his new eating habits and things that he describes. But with all due respect, I am very proud of the man for what he has done for himself and turned his life around as I stuff my face with a large pizza.
Well, I appreciate it.
And you look amazing, and I can't wait to see you standing next to the other drag queens at the Pride Parade.
Oh, Jesus.
It was almost there, wasn't it? It was almost there. I was almost there with a compliment, and then I just kicked you right in the face.
Yeah, man. You know, Larry is going to be very happy to have me next to him. Okay. Just so you know. Carrie. You know. It has to change its name.
Well, that sucks.
So,
go ahead.
Now that you're done bashing me on my newfound health, well, you know, I wanted to get to the topic that everybody is already talking about, and that's Try That in a Small Town. Have you heard the song? Have you seen the video?
Yes. As a white male, I don't have a problem with it. I don't care. It's a fucking song to me.
I don't know why any other person would have a problem with it.
But the people that do have a problem with it are quite lost, if you want my honest opinion.
They're reaching for something.
They're reaching for a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't quite understand the reach. I've listened to the song probably twice. I mean, I'm not a Jason Aldean fan. I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Jason Aldean. But I don't get it. I don't understand it because I first I went because you know me in music. Whoa. Quit fucking with the views again.
Sorry.
Nobody wants to be that close to our faces. Not even our own wives.
I know, that's right. That's why it's always lights out.
No. So you know me in music, and you're kind of the same. When we listen to music, well, no, I'll take that back because I'm probably more different than anybody. When I first listen to music, I don't really listen to the words. I listen to the tone, why'd your face get so dark?
I don't know. What the hell?
Did you not put that damn thing on mute?
I did, and then I lost everything. What?
What are you doing? Why are you red now? What is going on? It's like a light show.
I don't know. I put this one on vibrate, and this one didn't go on vibrate.
But at first I listened to the rhythm, how the song sounds. Not necessarily what the words are, but just how the song goes through. Does it even sound like a good song? After I listened to it that way, then I went back and listened to the words. And I don't see the this is coming from somebody who can be probably labeled a racist at times. I don't see the racism in it. I don't see where there's anything in that song that makes me question who Jason Aldean is.
No, not at all. There's nothing in that song that is racist at all. It's basically saying you can do all that shit in the city, but bring it to a small town. Let's see what happens. Don't even try it.
And, there's some phrases or lyrics in there. Phrases, really. There's some lyrics in there that are First, let me start by saying this. I'm not a Jason Aldean fan. I think I've already said that. But I'm also not a modern country music fan. Radio country music fan. Jason Aldean is very radio country.
Not so much. He's 2010s radio country. He's not so much radio country now. I'm looking at my Focusrite.
Really? He's not radio country now.
Okay, I guess he is.
They still play the motherfucker on the radio.
Okay.
Take you for a ride on my big green tractor, Chris. Why do people make fun of country music? There's one song that they make fun of.
It's catchy.
It's fucking goofy. It's a catchy beat, yes, but it was goofy when it came out. It's just like that stupid ass Luke Bryan. Did we make it? Oh yeah, we made it a long time before I even dropped an F-bomb. It's just like that stupid ass Luke Bryan that dropped a song and rhymed up with up.
What song was that?
What is that fucking song? I'm trying. I can hear the beat. It's like fill your cup up, pick your truck up, and it's like,
yeah,
you goofy fuckbag.
Well, he pulled all his videos off CMT.
Who?
Luke Bryan.
He pulled them all off.
Yeah, They said
Wow.
that you're not going to stand with Aldean. I am. And he pulled all his videos off CMT.
I'm not saying the guy's a bad person. I'm just saying he makes really shitty music.
Yeah.
But that's the I wanted to preface by saying I'm not a country music fan, but I did not see a damn thing wrong with that song.
No.
Not one thing.
My question is, what are they hiding? What are they using this as a cover up for? There's always some kind of reason to raise hell about some kind of absolute nonsense like this to cover up something. And my question is, what could it possibly be this time?
That's pretty good.
What is that?
Waterloo. Sparkling water. We don't buy sodas. I'll tell you what it is. And I'll tell you why it is what it is, and how it is. If you know what it is. For those of you that don't really pay attention to the news that much, there's been 2 hearings this week. One was a come on, Rangers, Jesus. No. Damn it. Tie game. There's been 2 hearings this weekend. One was the FBI whistleblowers on the Hunter Biden laptop. The second one was about free speech, and RFK testified in front of Congress. Or not Congress, but a congressional committee. RFK, for those of you that don't know, is he's running for president on the Democratic side, but if you listen to what RFK has to say, he comes off very much not like a Democrat, because the Democratic Party has just really, really, really like treated him like shit. He's anti-vax. He's definitely Anthony Fauci. And, he was one of the people that was, that has come out and said that, COVID-19 was nice. Oh, almost got a double play out of that. COVID-19 was something that was obviously cooked up in a lab, and it was made to target, in his words, whites. And now how much of that is true, I don't know. But he's been very anti-vax. He was on Rogan. He was a big environmental person a while back. And so he testified in front of Congress about his ability for free speech, and not Congress, but a congressional committee. And they wanted to silence him. In the first 5 minutes of the hearing, they moved to censor him in the hearing.
In a free speech hearing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so, I do agree with you at some point that they're always trying to take the eye off of something. And, this could be one of those things. They're trying to take the eye off of I really think the main thing that they're trying to take the eye off of is the hearing with the FBI whistleblowers about the Hunter Biden laptop, and about how the Biden crime family, and he's the most crooked president that we've ever had.
Right.
And I think that's one thing they're trying to take the heat off of. Is it true? I don't know, but there's always a chance that it is. But that was not the only thing in country music that happened this week, and we have a disagreement on this.
Okay.
I don't agree with your stance that Miranda Lambert was right.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what he's talking about is Miranda Lambert has a residency in Vegas, and if you haven't heard by now, a group of people were raising kind of hell and making all kind of, I don't know, ruckus, I guess. And they turned around and take a group picture, and Miranda lost her shit. Looking back at it now, I see both sides, and I'm kind of I'm walking the line. I'm sure she sees a lot of shit there in Vegas, and I'm sure she's tired of being there. I mean, I would be. It's Vegas, 3 days, and spend 3 nights in a 2 night town. That's too many.
Well, we have to look at it also like this. Miranda Lambert isn't a tourist. She's not
No,
walking around.
she's yes, right. But oh, I lost my earbud. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm on her side, and I'm also on the side of the fan who pays all this kind of money to go see her. My sister and niece just went and saw her, and they said it was the most awkward concert she had ever been to, where people were just sitting there and not engaging and just sitting there, basically. Kind of like what I experienced at Brooks and Dunn at Dickies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know all that happened before she lashed out at him, but she has before popped a beach ball that was flying around, at her concert. She has caught it and popped it and deflated it, and you know, said, listen to my music. So very entitled. So I'm kind of like I was saying, I'm on both sides of the fence here.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm 100% on the side of the fan. If that person wants to buy tickets and sit that close and take a fucking nap, they can do it.
Right.
That's on them.
Right.
That's on them if they want to ruin their experience by doing something stupid.
Right.
It's on the performer, the comedian, the whoever to ignore that shit.
You're right.
That person paid their hard-earned money, unless they won those tickets. That person paid their hard-earned money to sit where they want to sit, and they want to take a selfie. And I've seen the selfie; it's circulated around now. They took the selfie where they were spread apart, where Miranda was perfectly in the selfie behind them. Who cares? Who gives a shit if they want to take a selfie?
You're right.
Fucking, if you've seen
if it was me performing and I saw that, I would bend down in the middle of the song and take one with them. Granted, it was during Tin Man, which is a very emotional song.
I'm gonna throw a golf ball over my cat's field. Quit being a dick.
Tin Man's a very emotional song, especially for Miranda. For whatever reason, I don't know, but timing was not good, and it upset her.
Boo fucking who?
I know.
It's just like these entitled ass movie stars now that are on strike because they don't get paid enough.
Right.
Boo fucking who? Cry me a river, cry me a titty. I don't care. Where's the pity? I just made that up. I don't get the self-entitlement of I'm so special and I'm this end all be all, the badass beautiful Miranda Lambert. You wouldn't be that badass if Blake Shelton left your fucking ass.
Yeah.
So there got to be something wrong with it. You got to be crazy somewhere. So Maybe the crazy starting the show.
It very well could be.
Maybe a little too much self-entitlement for,
Maybe.
excuse me, Miss Miranda. I don't dislike her. She has a song. I don't listen to radio country. That, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the one I honestly right now sitting here, I can't honestly think of a song besides the one that you just mentioned. I can think of two. The one that you just mentioned, and I don't even know the words of that one. I just know the name of it. And the other one, Waxahachie. And that's because that's where we grew up. I don't know the words to it. I couldn't even tell you the beat of it. I just know she's got a song called Waxahachie, and I know she's got a song called Tin Man. I know there's some other popular songs.
White Liar.
Okay, yeah.
Every time I hear that, I always want to go eat barbecue for some reason. It's kind of a weird. I guess because the first time I heard it was outside of a Spring Creek barbecue. I guess maybe. I don't know.
What?
It just White Liar to me seems like a song that you would play at a barbecue restaurant. I don't know.
Are you high?
I did find like 15 vapes in Morgan's room today, and I did take a couple of hits off of a few. That's a story for another day.
Okay.
But no, I'm not high.
I've never.
Every time I don't
think
why.
in the English language that those words have ever been put together in a sentence. That's a song you'd hear outside a barbecue restaurant.
It just is. Just the twang in her voice is like it just. If I was going to open a restaurant,
what are you going to play that song on repeat?
No, that would be one of the songs on the playlist.
You're an odd duck sometimes.
That's why you love me.
But well, it's good to have one friend.
Don't worry, I won't pack up my shit and leave.
Oh wait, I can't do that anymore. I don't know. Music is weird to me sometimes because the stories you hear are sometimes puzzling, to say the least. You had just said that Luke Bryan pulled his videos off of CMT because he was standing with Jason Aldean. Not
it
something
makes you
that
think. It kind of makes you think: is ABC going to drop him? Because he's on American Idol.
I totally didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I mean, I haven't watched a single episode. I just know that he, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie are together.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. It's odd to me the things that you hear sometimes come out of, or the stories that come out from country music, and it's not. And the thing about it to me is, it's not the same country music that To me, it's not country music. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's everything that's played on 99.5 or 96.3. Almost, I'd say. Let me take that back.
90% of it.
90% of it is pop country.
Yeah,
and to me, it is garbage. I am a fan of some of Luke Combs' stuff, but not all of it. I'm a fan of Dierks Bentley's stuff, not all of it. But
I like early Dierks.
Yeah. There's Like I don't know. There's a lot of weirdness and there's a lot of weirdness in music. I know you shared a thing yesterday that was the day we lost Chester Bennington.
Yeah.
Um, you have people in music that have committed suicide. You've had people that have lived into their 80s. You've had people that have lived that Willie is almost 90, I think.
I mean, look at Rolling Stones.
That's what happens when you smoke weed. Well, the Rolling Stones sold their soul to the devil. There's no,
They had to have.
because Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Keith Richards looks like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Um,
Mick Jagger's not far behind him.
No, he's not really. I mean, you're right. And he had like the same girl. This is weird that I know this. The same girl that Al Pacino got pregnant at 70 or 60 or whatever the hell he is. He's got to be in his 70s. Al Pacino got like a 30-year-old girl pregnant, his new girlfriend. She dated Mick Jagger 4 or 5 years before. So she was in her 20s dating Mick Jagger.
That's weird.
Mick Jagger's what, 70 something?
Gotta be up there.
Yeah.
Close to 80.
Apparently she likes the older gentleman.
Wow.
But anyway,
not,
I don't know
not
why
just
I knew
a few years.
But yeah, I don't know. I some weird stories out of country music this week with the Miranda thing and then the Jason Aldean thing. Very, very weird.
Well, I like what Candace Owens said. She said country's not country anymore.
Country hadn't been country in
No, but it's
last 10
far
years.
It's far removed from whatever, like any kind of resemblance of what it used to be. I mean, look at what Garth and Trisha Yearwood are doing.
Oh, that's another one that I saw. That's another one. Oh God, I clicked on Twitter. When did I see that? Yesterday. Clicked on Twitter and I see them two pretentious douchebags standing there telling me to support Ukraine and send my money to Ukraine. Go fuck yourself, Garth.
Yeah, that's.
I'm starting to think all the stuff that Tom Segura said is true.
What did he say?
Oh, look up that. That's a great story. That
about Garth?
Tom Segura and Garth Brooks have a feud going on. That Tom Segura has said some things about Garth that some people are starting to find may be true. That Garth's into like necrophilia or some shit like that, or I think he's poking at him while I'm stalling because I can't remember exactly what it is. Well, look. Shut up, ESPN. I know they scored.
It's a big ass case.
Huh?
Big ass case on your phone.
It's just a normal case. It's a 100% waterproof case.
You know the phone's waterproof, right?
I'm double covering my ass, bro.
I guess you can't hurt with 2 layers of protection. I wish I would have learned that.
No, you don't. Tom Segura and Garth Brooks. So Tom Segura, his feud. He wants to know where Garth hid all the bodies. Basically saying Garth killed people and like hid their bodies in places. He's where are the bodies, Garth? Conspiracy theory. He helped mainstream. Where are the bodies, G? About a curious connection between country music guys and Garth Brooks, tour dates, and people who have gone missing in those places.
No shit. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so Tom Segura has this weird theory that Garth Brooks has gone into towns and killed people and hid bodies when he's on tour. Well, apparently,
he ain't too shameless.
Good pun. That was punny. Apparently, Garth was ignoring it at first, And then apparently he got angry about it and said something. And now you see him and fucking Trisha Yearwood on TikTok or Instagram or whatever the hell they were on, talking about send your money to the Ukraine.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you two fat douchebags take all your money and send it to the Ukraine and then go over there and give Zelensky a hand job because the fucking U.S. just sent him another $400 million.
Million or billion?
Million this time.
Well, at least not as much as it has been.
Because obviously we're laundering money somehow.
Right.
So they send it to that fuck bag over there. And God forbid they let fucking Putin just ride a horse in there bareback, no shirt on, and fucking beat the shit out of Zelensky with his bare hands. Because you know he could do it. Because he's a fucking Russian and he's probably wrestled a bear in his life. Because 90% of the Dagestani Russians that are on the UFC have either fought a bear, have a bear as a brother, or have wrestled one in an octagon somewhere. So Putin can probably just go in there and kick his ass and not say anything about it. But God forbid we send them $400 more million fucking dollars.
Right.
Not like our country's broken up and then we're running out of ammo, but we're going to send them cluster bombs. Let's help the douchebags out. Fuck you.
You really believe that we're running out of ammo?
That's just what they want you to believe.
Tell Jessica I said hi.
Chris says hi. Hi. That's just what they want you to believe, that we're running out of ammo.
Yeah, we're not.
But what really is they want to hide the shit because they want to take the guns away.
Exactly. It's a whole ploy.
I'm sorry, but I tell you, and I will say this, and I will continue to say this, Alex Jones is right. Look it up, people. Look at what the man has said. There's a clip, an actual clip of him in July of 2001, before the September 11th attack, saying that there would be an attack on the U.S. soil and they would pin it on somebody like bin Laden, and it would be somewhere like the World Trade Center, and it is coming this year. Said it, predicted it. Nobody listens to him because they all think he's crazy.
And then 9/11 happens.
And then 9/11 happens. Then he says the frogs are gay. There's water that's turning frogs gay. People are like, God, he's a conspiracy theory nut job. That guy's wacko. Then it comes out that there's stuff in the water that's turning the frogs into homosexuals. That's turning the frogs from women to men. There's some kind of a chemical in water that's doing it.
So we have training frogs?
Yes, in some places. And the whole time that COVID has gone on, he said it was planned. They did this. They created this. Knew it. Called it. He said it. We knew it. He's talked about
that one was easy to call.
He talked about Jeffrey Epstein and the island before Epstein was even arrested the last time when he hung himself, or excuse me. Let me go back. When he was murdered in prison. He called it, talked about it, said that there's islands. Go back and look at the Joe Rogan clip. Go to, for you YouTube viewers, after you get done watching this amazing podcast, click on over to the search bar up there, type in Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, Jeffrey Epstein, and it's going to come up with a clip. It's about 12 minutes long. It's Alex telling you there's an island, what they're bringing in children for all these movie stars. Release the list. Release the list, ladies and gentlemen. They need to release the list of all of these creepy pedos.
Oh, they do. They do. But they won't. There's too many Hollywood elites up there.
Yeah.
There's too many elites, not just Hollywood, but politicians and foreign dignitaries and everything else. So they're not.
The foreign dignitaries came out a long time ago.
One. Prince Philip or whatever.
That's a very big one.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Speaking of which.
Speaking of Pedo Joe,
Yeah. We saw Sound of Freedom yesterday.
how was it?
Sad and very enlightening. It's not something that I didn't already know that was happening, but it was very graphic in a sense. You didn't see any kind of,
Right. I've heard it's very eye opening.
yeah. It's sad. There's parts that really want to bring you to tears because you don't have kids, but you do have nieces and nephews, and if anything like that would happen to them, it would kill you on the inside. And um, me having kids, I felt the pain of the father that lost his children. It's
Um,
it's very surreal.
and it's. Have you seen the? I'll have to see if I can find it again. Have you seen the compilation of people recording what has gone on in the theaters?
No.
So there's been theaters all over the country where they're playing the movie. A fire alarm has gone off. There's been no fire.
I've heard of things. Actually, my sister had the lights come on in the middle of the thing, the middle of the show, and weird people laughing for no reason, and babies crying when she didn't see a single child when she walked in.
Yeah. There was one. There was the compilation on. I think it was on TikTok. I saw it or Twitter. Compilation was about 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. Fire alarms going off. One video showed this guy was recording, and he said the lights had came on, and the movie stopped, just froze.
Yeah,
And
I've heard of that too.
they like 99% of the theater just sat there, and they were like, "No, we're not." They were like, "We're not leaving. You start the movie back," and they eventually started it. I guess I don't know. One video, this lady was talking to I guess the theater manager, and the lady said, "Can I ask why the air conditioner wasn't on in my theater?" Because she said it was just scorching hot in there, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not for sure, ma'am." And he's just
Why are they doing this?
because they don't want something like this to come out, because first of all, our president's probably been involved in it.
Oh,
His
it's
creepy ass,
big money. Yeah.
his creepy ass son's probably been involved in it. I mean, you look at the Epstein thing, you look at all that. I mean, it's just there's there's money in it that people would lose if man, I'm going to tell you this. If the dominoes started to fall, I don't think they'd stop.
No.
I think it would just crush.
I want to know how deep it goes.
I bet it goes pretty damn deep.
Yeah. I wonder.
Tried to censor myself there.
I wonder if it goes into makes you think about these women doing OnlyFans or, things like ChatterBait and Cam Soda and stuff like that.
How are you tying this into porn?
Because I think there is some kind of correlation between the two. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that there's child porn on there, but
I was about to say, are you saying that you've seen children?
No, I'm not saying there's child porn in there. I'm saying that there is some kind of grooming process.
Well, there's a grooming process in a lot of things, Chris.
Like they start these kids out as kids, and then they just hold on to them and put them in these rooms as they get older, and put them on sites like that.
Uh,
I mean, it doesn't sound too far
in other countries, maybe. Now in the U.S., did he just hit a G slam? No, but he scored a run. That'll work. In other countries, I wouldn't put it past them. In the U.S., I don't know, because those types of things are so popular, and people that are in our hometown have OnlyFans, and I mean, people make money.
yeah, that I understand that. But I just wonder if it's some sort of grooming and maybe they get out and then that's the only thing that they know. So they go into porn.
Well,
Or
yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The people that go into that business probably didn't have the best upbringing.
possibly.
You know what I mean? Like, a Harvard grad isn't going into the porn business.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
You know, I mean, a
Honda Civic.
I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, thank you, Justin, for the interface. It picks up everything.
I was like, for a second, I thought that was that like scary movie. And I was like, what's
No, that just brought back high school memories.
does Chris have a soundboard now?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The people that get into that business didn't probably have the best upbringing,
Right.
or maybe they didn't have the best childhood, and I don't think your average American gets into that line of work for the hell of it. Some of them might do it just for the money.
I mean, guys would, I think.
Yeah.
Guys don't make that kind of money.
Yeah.
But look at the upside.
I'm gonna start me an OnlyFans, and it's just me mowing shirtless.
He'd probably make a lot of money.
Just mowing the yard shirtless. Hey,
let's see how red he can get.
Yeah, I'm mowing today. No lotion. We're going
raw dog.
We're going raw dog with the sun today, ladies. Paid $9.99, and you can see the full yard getting mowed and some weed eating.
For extra $5, I'll do the bushes.
Yeah, I may even break out the edger. Oh, we just sexualized lawn mowing. That's pretty bad.
I want more try tomorrow. Let's see how much I can make.
I just saw a commercial that reminded me of me making notes about everything now. Good Lord. I lost my train of thought now that we sexualize lawn mowing. Because I'm thinking, do I need to mow? But like, no, it hasn't rained.
So I need to, but to move away from this, but still stay on the topic of sexualizing things. I've been going to the gym a lot more, right? And
you don't say.
And one thing I've noticed is women,
your balls flapping in your shorts.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. But I try to wear supportive underwear.
Do you wear a jock strap?
No, I wear boxer briefs. They hold everything tight.
A jock strap with no underwear on. And then you go to the locker room. Take your clothes off and stand there for a minute, see if anybody notices you.
Dude, all right. So I'll tell you this story.
I hope you're not going to tell me about a person wearing a jock strap in the locker room at the gym.
So I went in there one day, and they have a scale. So I went in there just to use the scale.
And some big man walked up behind you and said, "If you do that naked, it'll make you look thinner."
There was a dude in there showering, right? Which that's
common for a locker room.
Common, right? It's not common to do that in the open, where you come out without a towel and you just air dry right there in the middle. Like
he was opening up for business there,
just flopping around, just for everybody. Just look here, you know. And you're standing there, you're on the scale, and you're just wanting to look at the number, and it's very distracting. It's yeah. It's like, okay, why are you not on? Why is there no towel? Just lower half. That's all you gotta do is cover up the lower half. But nothing.
Just put a washcloth on that thing or something.
Okay, so that wouldn't have.
So what were you saying about the gym? I don't want to talk about naked.
So the gym. Women in the gym, they don't want to be stared at, but yet they make it hard to not to. It's like you go to the gym to work out. I don't want to. I'm not there to gawk and stare, but yet all these women wear this shit. And then you cop a glance, you look, and then you feel like a perv for looking. And you see all these videos on TikTok, like, oh my God, he's staring at me. These creeps. I'm like, stop wearing shit like that, where it spreads your ass cheeks apart, where God and everybody can see what you got.
I've seen the videos and I know what you're talking about. I think there are two types of people, and I say this politely. I think there are two types of people that go to the gym. There are people that go to the gym for clout, and there are people that go to the gym to get healthy. And those same type of people that go to the gym for clout are the ones that are making TikToks of themselves at the gym, or they're posting pictures on Instagram. Look, I'm at the gym.
Right.
The people that go to the gym to get healthy, they don't even fucking check in at the gym. They don't care. They go to the gym, They work out, they go home. They're not there to impress. Right. And those types of people, because it happens. I don't think there's not dudes that are like, oh, that girl was staring at me. Obviously there's not. But there are women, like you said, I've seen the videos where there are girls that are like, excuse me, what are you doing? First of all, why are you recording yourself? Right. Nobody fucking cares what you're doing at the gym.
Exactly. Like, otherwise, they wouldn't be wearing the kind of shit they are.
You're the pretentious douchebag that's recording yourself at the gym.
Right.
One of my favorite ones is the one that I saw where this chick was recording herself, and she goes, excuse me, do we have a problem? And the guy's like, what? And she's like, do we have a problem? And the guy's like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, you continuously stared at me. And the guy was like, I didn't even look at you. She's like, I have it on film. He was like, go look at your film. I didn't stare at you or nothing. She was like, I'm going to find the manager. And he was like, I'm the owner. And she was like, no, you're not. And he was like, yeah, I am. And then she got into like an argument with him. And he was like, fine, get the fuck out of my gym. Bye. Membership revoked. She's like, you can't do that. And he's like, yeah, I can. Go look at the contract you signed, lady. Right. And like, she calls the police, and the police are like, He owns a gym. You can either leave or go to jail.
Right.
She's like recording it the whole time and trying to like make the guy feel bad. And the guy's like,
Fuck off.
adios, muchachos. Go fuck yourself, lady. I love those Karens. And no offense to anyone named Karen. If a Karen is watching this or listening to this, no offense to you.
I don't think we know 8 people.
I don't know if I know a Karen.
Yeah, I don't know. The 8 people that we know that watch this and listen to it are not named Karen. So
I don't know if I know a Karen. Do I know a Karen? Do you know a Karen?
no.
I don't either. I don't think. We have met a Karen. Anyway,
What's the opposite for a dude? Like the dude version of Karen? Is it Chad?
I think it is Chad.
Chad?
I know a couple Chads.
Yeah.
Our neighbor's named Chad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a cousin named Chad.
I know a couple of Chads.
But they're not like that. They're cool.
No, the Chads that I know aren't douchebags. I think my neighbor's an assassin that moonlights as a railroad guy, but
not Chad's cool.
But there's a TikTok channel, and I think it's called Karens in the Wild.
Oh Lord.
And it is every bit of hilarity that you need in a TikTok channel, because it is basically Karen's just getting owned.
Oh, good.
And like they're acting like morons, and they're just getting owned by every person that like every one you flip through. They're trying to bitch out a manager at the store because this person did this, and they're like, "Damn, they can do that." Or they're at a restaurant and they're bitching about this. It's great. It's great content that I highly recommend. I'm pretty sure it's Karen's in the Wild.
Have you ever had to deal with one?
No. And that's the hilarity of my life, because I want to so bad.
So before this will always stick in my memory bank. All right. So before I got the job at work now, I was a manager of a Pizza Hut. This was almost 20 years ago.
You and your daddy Skip.
No, this is the Red Oak one.
Your daddy Skip was your inspiration.
He was. That's why I have this haircut in honor of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know if there's any ladies that listen to this. I think your family does. If you don't know, well, you don't know, but Chris is telling you a story about him working at Pizza Hut. A sidebar. We used to have a manager named Skip that me and a friend of ours, Brandon, could have sworn was either Chris Barnett's long lost twin brother, or could have been his father, because it looked just like him.
Yeah.
What a fucking catch.
Anyway, this is right when the new extra large came out, called the Full House. Yes, Full House. It replaced the Big New Yorker. It was called the Full House extra large pizza for $9.99, one topping, right? So I'm checking this lady out, and she sees the advertisement, and yet her order is like $25-ish. She got a large Super Supreme, let's say. It was a specialty pizza. Lobby full of people. And she's wanting to know why it wasn't $10. I said, because you didn't order that. You ordered this. That is a promo for a extra large one topping pizza. This is full price for what you ordered. You didn't ask for a coupon. You didn't ask for anything. Well, I want it for that. I said, no, because you didn't order that. You ordered this. Well, I want that. I'm like, do you want to wait another 30 minutes? And I'll make you that, but you still have to pay for this. Well, no, I want it for that price. I said, listen, I'm going to explain this to you as simply as I can. You did not order that. You ordered the Super Supreme. You okay?
They just robbed a home run from the Rangers.
No.
I mean, just just straight up robbery.
Stretched over the wall.
Yes.
Oh. And so she's like, well, that's not what the sign says. I said, go out and look at it. And she goes out and looks at the sign. And then she doesn't even walk back in, Russ. She just gets in her car and leaves. And a whole lobby full of people were just laughing their ass off. That's the only time I've had to actually deal with a Karen.
I've never. I don't even think personally I've even been or like seen one in. I've never seen one in the wild.
Never seen a Karen in the wild?
No, I've never seen a Karen go off in the wild.
Oh, dude, I want to. Like, it's not me like involved, but I want to see her going off on somebody, so I can just go over there to her and tell her shut the fuck up and leave.
I don't think I've ever seen one. It's weird to think about that. I could have swore I have, but I don't think I have. I think the closest I've seen to one is 2020 when we had COVID in the air and everybody was forcing you to wear a mask. And Jessica and I were in Target in Mansfield. And this guy I'd seen, like, you still had to wear a mask. And I'd seen this guy and his little douchebag kids walking around with no mask. And I was like, they're going to say something to him. Like, somebody's going to. And luckily maybe I saw Chad in the wild. Luckily for us, they were using the self-checkout at the same time we were. And this person at Target walked over and said, "Sir, can you put on your mask?" Because he had it just hanging on his ear. And he was just a complete prick to this kid. And I was like, what a jerk. I didn't say nothing to him until we left. And I had mine on. Nobody liked wearing them. And I had mine on. And as we were walking out, I just looked at him dead in the eyes and I said, nobody likes wearing these damn things. Just put it on. And we left.
Wow.
And because I was also with Jessica and I'm not going to embarrass my wife, but I was like, nobody likes wearing these damn things. Give the kid, I could have said more like, give the kid a break. He's just doing his job. You know what I mean? Like, nobody in 2020, nobody wanted to wear these damn things. Well, at least the majority of the people didn't want to wear the mask.
I still see people wearing them.
I see it. I'll see it every day.
What the fuck? Really?
I drive for an hour home every day, and I see it in traffic every day. Somebody driving in their car with a mask on. I would almost bet a paycheck that I see it every day. At least one person every day. I look over and there's somebody in their car driving with a mask on. And I'm like, the only thing that is acceptable in my eyes for that is if you are an Uber or a Lyft driver and you want to wear a mask in public because you're, maybe you have an immune deficiency or something.
I get that. I get that for people
right. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like that's the only reason I would see somebody still like wearing a mask in your car by yourself. I will say the funniest thing I did see following the mask mandates was I still laugh at this to this day. I'm at a gas pump. This is when the masks weren't mandatory anymore. So people were wearing them in public. They weren't. This was pre-vaccine time, I guess. I'm at a gas pump in Mansfield. A woman pulls up. All four of the windows down in her car. No mask on. All four of the windows down in her car. Gets out at the gas pump and puts a mask on. I started to laugh. And I don't know if the person heard me but it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Was
you can't fix stupid.
Seeing someone pull up with all 4 of the windows down in their car, not wearing a mask, and then get out of their car with the windows still down and put the mask on. What are you thinking?
Well, that's like, you see these people all the time wearing a mask, and it's around their chin. It's a chin diaper.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? Why even? It's got to be a social statement now, I guess. I don't know.
I don't see it as much as I used to, because I don't see masks as much as I used to, because we don't go out as much as we used to. We don't go to the grocery store as much as we used to, because she buys everything online and goes and picks it up, and that's it. The only time I really go to the grocery store is if I'm cooking out.
Yeah.
And, about, I don't know, I don't see it a lot anymore. I mean, I'll see it every once in a while. I'll see, somebody wearing one. You'll see a pink-haired 20-year-old wearing one.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see it that much. I've got 20 of them hanging over here. You know what I mean? Like,
my doctor's office makes me wear one in, but once I get checked in and out of the lobby, she's like, "Oh, you can take it off now." I'm like, I was the only one in the lobby. Like, why?
They still make you wear one in?
Yeah. I think it's because my doctor got COVID real bad and almost died.
Oh, my.
Yeah. But, even during the whole pandemic, I was that guy that refused to. I absolutely did.
I sometimes want to sound like a rebel, but man, I didn't want to buck the system. I really didn't.
I did.
I didn't really try to. I just,
I was a rebel without a cause.
There were times, and I will say there was a couple of times that I went to the grocery store that I didn't wear one, and they were, they weren't, the grocery stores weren't telling you to put them on, but they were mandated.
Yeah.
But the grocery store can't tell you to put one on. And I did have a woman just kind of look at me and go, "I have a husband that's battling cancer." And I just kind of looked at her and went, and just continued to check out and ignored her.
You're like, "I got a dick that ain't been sucked in 4 days, so."
On that note, you want to close it up? Because, yeah, you just hit the nail on the head with that one there, bud. That's a good way it's a great way to end a podcast.
It's awesome.
I mean, just fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to stick with ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to assume anybody's gender or identity. Thank you for tuning in.
And they.
Them and they and it and was.
Z and Zer or whatever the hell the other ones are.
Thanks for joining us on episode 18. Episode 20 is coming up real soon, and that one will be live on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, The Empty Slate. If you're watching this, share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. I don't really care if you hate us or not, but we'll read it anyway.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us. That's right. And also, I'm sure L&O's got to have a episode here soon, right? Training camp coming up.
Yeah. I've been quiet again. I record one and then I just kind of stop. It's been hot, so when I get home, I'm like,
you just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I just want to sit on my ass and watch TV. But I need to, maybe I'll start doing it on Saturdays. Give Brian some competition.
Yeah, I mean, it'll make him better, I'm sure. Hopefully he'll have better internet.
Better numerical rating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Just jazzing your Brian. Almost said Ryan.
Jesus. I wonder what ours is. I mean, it's got to be up there now. I mean, at least 8.4.
Yeah, I mean, 8.473. I mean, come on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But please share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give it a like. And as you always say,
no, you don't get the last word.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you do all the things that Chris said. Thank y'all for sticking with us for what we think is 18 episodes. And take care of yourself and each other.
And as always,
go ahead.
We'll see you down the road. Stop hating.